Warriors already the favorites, right? What they do, they go out and sign Boogie Cousins. Yes, DeMarcus Cousins, four-time All-Star to a one-year, $5.3 million offer. That's according to Adrian Wojnarowski. Now, Stephen A. Smith spoke to a source that said all the players and Steve Kerr signed off on the addition of Boogie with the feeling that it's a low-risk move because he's coming back from that torn Achilles, not expected to be back until around Christmas, maybe even the new year. And as I mentioned, clearly the Warriors have won 3 times the last 4 years, the overwhelming favorites to do it again, according to Westgate Las Vegas Superbook. But their odds moved to minus 110 after the LeBron James news going to LA, and then after Boogie, well, those odds are now minus 150, which means you have to risk $150 to win 100. So yeah, they're the favorites, and the rich got richer. However you want to play it, but it's not as if the Warriors are going to sit back on their laurels and just assume everyone else was going to have to catch them. They went out to stay as the best team in basketball, and that's what they did. Let's not forget, this team went to 7 games against the Rockets in the Western Conference Finals, and an injured Chris Paul in that Game 7. Some other things could have changed. Maybe the Warriors did not win that Western Conference Championship and move on to the finals where they won 3 of the last 4 years. So again, the Warriors add DeMarcus Cousins on a 1-year, $5.3 million contract.
DeMarcus Cousins is a Golden State Warrior. Let's welcome in the undefeated Mark Spears, one of our fine NBA reporters. He's at the Sacramento Summer League. Mark, you just got off the phone with Boogie Cousins. What did he tell you? Why the Golden State Warriors on a 1-year deal?
Well, I'm in Sacramento, his former home, right outside his new locker room with the Golden State Warriors, and I talked to a very emotional DeMarcus Cousins. Keep in mind, he had that Achilles injury right after the All-Star break, and in the back of his mind, he wondered if it really was going to affect him majorly in free agency, and it did. He told me he got 0 offers. 0 offers. This is a 4-time All-Star, one of the best players in the world. 0 offers. So he was certainly confused. He was certainly hurt. He said about 5 a.m. in the morning in Vegas, he got on his balcony, thought about everything, called his agent, Jared Nakana, woke him up, and started talking about different scenarios. And one of the scenarios was going to the Warriors. So early in the morning, he called Bob Myers, the Warriors general manager, talked to him. He said he was certainly shocked that DeMarcus called him and was interested in taking the mid-level exception. Then after that, DeMarcus said he spoke with Stephen Curry. He spoke with Kevin Durant. He spoke with Draymond Green. These are his former Olympic teammates, USA basketball teammates, knows them all really well. Their excitement about having him on the team, really lifted his spirits, really made him want to come. Stephen Curry's excitement surprised Cousins and even pushed him towards the Bay Area even more. So then after that, around a little bit past 8 p.m. Eastern time, DeMarcus Cousins called Golden State, said he was coming. He called it his chess move. He called it his ace that he didn't expect to play, but he wanted to play or had to play. And he wouldn't go into what other teams perhaps were involved, but he's super excited to go to the Warriors under the circumstances. Talking about a guy who hasn't played in the playoffs yet. I talked to Kevin Durant, and he said that what sold Cousins to come in there was the winning culture and the togetherness of the team. And 3 of those 4 All-Stars convinced this other All-Star to come to the Bay Area.
Yeah, people don't know if you haven't seen him on a winning team, and people get that kind of, they brand him that they can't do that, so he's kind of betting on himself. We did hear maybe the Celtics are also a team that was kind of in on it. That's shocking that he didn't get any kind of offer, someone that would bet on him to get better and get him at a 3-4 year contract. Can you explain why?
He thought it was mostly because of the injury. A lot of teams didn't have money, and then keep in mind, he didn't want to go to a rebuilding situation like he just had left in Sacramento. He was really stunned that New Orleans, in his words, didn't want him, didn't make an offer for him. That you saw that they got Julius Randle today. So, what DeMarcus gets is a 1-year deal. And here's another thing. A lot of people expect him to be out to the All-Star break, to December. When I talked to him a couple months ago, he said he planned and expected to be ready during training camp. He told me that wasn't a free agency ploy, that he expected to be ready. And I said, well, what's the deal now? He said, I expect to be ready when the Warriors start training camp, which would definitely be some super medical science there, but if you watch him online, watch his videos, he's showing that he's running already on a treadmill. So he expects to be ready in camp.
And that's 3 months away. Usually it's about 12 months for an Achilles injury like that, but we shall see. Perhaps he will beat that. Great reporting, Mark Spears. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, NBA front office insider Bobby Marks with us now. And, Bobby, the reaction to this has been entertaining from my vantage point. And some of the fans are freaking out because how were the Warriors able to get a player of this level for that little money?
The perfect storm for DeMarcus Cousins, a marketplace that was not very good to free agents, an Achilles injury in late January. And this is where Cousins would have been had he stayed healthy and possibly signed with New Orleans. 5 years, $175 million. And here we are right now with Golden State. The Warriors had the taxpayer mid-level exception at 5.3.
Right.
And as Mark said, he could have possibly gone to a rebuilding team, maybe a 1 year, $10 million contract. But this is where Golden State is. He can go there, he can rehab, and he can come back in maybe December. I know he said maybe earlier, but this is the reality of the marketplace right now.
All right, so let's look at it from Golden State's standpoint, because we said earlier that Stephen A. Smith said that the team signed off on him because it's a low-risk move, and as you said, they don't expect him to be back that early compared to what DeMarcus told Mark Spears. So what this lineup is going to look like opening night compared to what we're going to see when he does officially come back?
Well, this is what the lineup that I anticipate that will look like. We have the four core guys with Thompson, Green, Durant, and Curry, and the likelihood of a player like Jordan Bell filling in. That's if Cousins is not ready. If Cousins is ready, we can slide him in here. But I'm expecting this would be like their trade deadline acquisition.
Oh, okay.
And you know what?
Yes.
You don't have to give up anything for him.
Right.
And when you slide him in there, that's your starting lineup in Golden State. Will that be your lineup that closes games? Probably not. I mean, you still have Andre Iguodala. We got that depth lineup there. It gives Steve Kerr a lot of different options to kind of mix and match.
Yeah, but with DeMarcus Cousins in there with the starting five situation, all five of these guys were all-stars last year, and now they're going to be a starting lineup for a defending champion Golden State Warriors.